it just took me like a long time to get re-situated here, but I do have a video that should be like uploaded within, I don't know, you know how it takes a longer time when you've gotta wait, like it's up. But anyway, so we were doing, I was talking about, damn, and I forgot to call it part one. What did I call it? Oh, I called it Covert Narks are like glorified flying chimpanzees, because I didn't want to use the M word because you know how YouTube gets and everything. So this is a continuation. I did make my way up to the fifth energy, which was indicating the obstacle for covert narcs that are in your life today, that happened in your life before, that will be on your tail in the future, and you need to just get some insight on how they are now. Okay, so they're very adept at hiding these traits. So yeah, it can be like my word against theirs, but why not just get the inside information just in case? You need to just know like who and what you are dealing with. Pardon this, because it's like kind of messy. Uh, um, I just I just feel like they don't get enough. There isn't enough information out there about their their energy, be that spiritual, physical, mental, and in whatever kind of way. They have a way of, um, trying to convince, of literally succeeding at convincing people that they're very good people. No one listens to them, but they know everything. I don't know. They're just really shady, and for my opinion, they're real annoying. Like really, like seriously, like if all they had to do, all they gotta do is like stay in their own place, lane thing, and then would nobody even be saying this stuff about them? I don't anticipate or foresee a immediate cool point, but I ain't getting no cool points anyway. Like there's that anyway. Let me keep it going. So the death card is what we had as an obstacle. Death card is Scorpionic energy. You could be dealing with a Scorpio that is a covert narcissist. I'm just, all I'm trying to do is like what you could be am dealing with, and if that is the case, it's like a double whammy because they're already like as a okay, so a covert narc is already like they're pretty textbook ish. Like they're definitely never going to forget any blows to their ego or any exposure to their shenanigans or anything. They're not going to forget that. And if they're very low vibrational, which of course they are, they're coverts, then you know they're going to feel right in taking every single opportunity that they have for the rest of their times to exact some kind of revenge or make you pay. It's a double whammy, like especially if they're a Scorpio and Aries. Although, do I see them on here yet? Yeah. So the card literally prior to this is a literal Aries card. Me, I'm not making it up, right? So if you're dealing with like an Aries or a Scorpio, yeah, you have a higher situation, a higher chance, a higher likelihood of them being very vindictive, and they'll never forget. Especially if you let them, if you shut them out, or if you ghost them, or if you just don't, you don't want to be a player no more. I have justice here that I'm cutting the deck on me. Like I said, I know I'm doing the most right here, trying to stay like within like professional and everything. Listen, guys. So here's the thing. I've got Temperance in this hand, Major Arcana. I've got Justice in this hand, Major Arcana. And at this point in time in our existence as a human whole, justice is afoot. Like this is what time it is. That's why it will behoove us all. Don't try and get revenge on them. Just stay aware of them, and that's really going to be your go-to because they're going to shoot themselves in the foot. I promise you that. You can take that to the bank. Ask God if you don't believe me. If you don't believe me, ask your God. Hell, you can ask the devil. The devil tell you. Because everybody be sitting here blaming everything on the devil. It don't always be the devil. Be them damn coverts. I'm just saying what I know. I ain't read this nowhere. My books ain't been read in a minute. I ain't got no No, I'm keeping it all the way with you. I'm telling you the truth. Anyway, let me keep it going. Step. What else am I gathering? from the death obstacle. It can also, obstacles can also indicate a reversal. And yes, they will send death magic towards your energy. They will chant. They will join covens. They do have friends. They tend to be connected. Period. Point blank. They're very. They really want to be impressive, and there's nothing sacred around them. Like, they will sell their own freaking newborn baby down the river. Seriously, like, literally. I mean that literally, though. Mm-hmm. They, if you give a covert narcissist like a compliment, they literally get high drunk off of it and might not be able to drive straight. I'm not making this up, y'all. I've been raised around them. Okay, I'm the closest thing to an expert. Yeah. Okay. Um, they're very resentful, and you know what? That's too bad, because what about the people that they've attacked, or that they've caused harm, or even caused people to, like, I've literally witnessed, and please, I ain't got no time to be dealing out talking to people and shit, but I'm gonna tell you what I believe, what I believe I've been privy to. I'm seeing them literally make someone kirk out so bad that they end up, when they say their last day, and the covert narc is only mad that maybe the person was like, oh, yo, man, F so-and-so. Like, you just now made them OD, or you just made them, like, really just jump off the cliff. Like, you just forced them, like, you just did that. And you mad that they said F you before they died? My guys, this is a serious situation that you need to make yourself aware of, even if you don't believe me. Y'all know, every once in a while, man, listen, I can't even really hide my personality. I know it's cynical. I know I laugh about things that might not be funny, but I've been through the ringer. And on a daily basis, they stay coming. They never stop. But it's okay. I just pretend like I'm sleeping until I can't take no more. Then I just show them what time it is. But then, who wants to experience that? I wouldn't even want to. Okay? But that's how it happens with them. And they're just they're so far dug up in intellect, spell work, and manipulations, lies, and cover-ups, and forcing, and you name it, that you just, Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck. They're just full of nonsense. And I'm doing my most. Like I said, I'm trying not to use curse words, but I might, and not intentionally, because I'm really not trying to seem like Billy Badass, but yeah, I do have a different perspective when it comes to them, and it's strictly spiritual. Damn, let me keep it moving. I got 8 minutes in this here. I go talking too much. It's like I don't want to give up sometimes too much information about them, because my insight is very unique. I've not heard it. Period. And yeah, I can prove it, and verify. I'm really. Yeah, this is the truth. This ain't no like make believe or this is authentic insight. And so the death card we've got as an obstacle. That being understood, then moving forward, you have this energy here of the Queen of Staves, aka Queen of Wands. That energy does, and it's generally embodied, if it was to be explained archetypically, it would be a fire sign energy. So we could be dealing with a Scorpio, we could be dealing with a fire sign, period. All right? Okay, or someone embodying that energy. Now, the Queen of Wands energy is very protective. She is depicted, as a real life witch. Okay, with her little black. Does she have a black cat on this one? Nah, but no, she don't got the cat on it. Let me see. This is what she looks like. These cards are very pretty, and my freaking whatchamacallit is very cloudy. Sorry, y'all. But what you might be looking forward to some kind of protection, or some type of I don't know if it's going. You guys could anticipate some kind of protective measures being taken, and if there is a covert narc demon, flying chimpanzee watching, viewing, or feeling some kind of a way, you'll see them kind of like withholding their energy from you. And you know how I feel about it. Like it's not my intention. Like I mind my business a lot. Like and I have a lot of it to mind. So like I don't really be so dug into other people's situations. But they leave me no choice. Like leave me the f alone and I can leave you alone. But it's too late because I already got started. Like they really go out of their way to send you down the river. And I'm saying death is not a thing to them. It don't mean nothing. That's why I know that there's something wrong with them. That they're able to be used as monitoring spirits because there's nobody inside their body. Them demons be using them and leaving and jumping to the next one. They're not real people inside there. They're like the AIs. Um, all I'm trying to tell you is what I signed. I don't have no reason to make it up. I don't have nothing to gain. I don't want to. Who you know? I mean, listen. I make things anyway. So there's some kind of protective energy that you have to look forward to. There could be protection that you gotta. This could be advising you to protect yourself now that you know. And when you protect yourself, like you don't, like I said in the beginning of the other one, part one, like you don't gotta be like, oh, you're a covert narc and F you. Like just be like, bye now, thanks. Just back away slowly, man. Just back up out of there, yo. You know, move real quick. You know, you don't need to draw attention to the fact that you ain't got no time right now, bruh. Like sis, like okay, man, please, Mister, Your Highness, whatever the hell you think you is, like ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. And if you're really aware about what's going to F on around you, ain't nobody scared though. Who you think you are? Like, I mean, fear, nah, fear, no. That's a sin. That's not even of God. You're not supposed to be running around in fear. That's their favorite place to be. They love having you walking around on eggshells. Okay, they love trying to expose you. Look, all right. I'm gonna keep it a whole lot with you. Now, don't do what I do. I'm just telling you what I know. I have a covert narc that I still sometimes once in the blue. I talk to them just to see how far they're gonna go. They don't think I know what time it is, but they stay always trying to start arguments, yell. I tell them, I will give them literal instructions. We're like, look, please don't do blah 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 blah. And you know what they'll do? Just that. So I pretend mad. I mean, I do be real mad. Like my proper, I see, I ain't like anybody else. But like, and I can back it up. But I just noticed that it never fails. If they could take my ability away from my, like they could take me out of my life, like if they could take me out of my home, get something taken away from me, get me somewhere bad, they will do it. But you gotta stay ahead of these mother effers, and then they can't. You know, somebody gotta teach them, like, this is not that, bro. Like, you can't do this, sis. They stay up on domination and love, and they think they kind of like they'll say, it's a love spell. No, if you're controlling what a person is going to love, taking over their free will, number one, that's a sin. That's the one. That's the only thing that's unforgivable. I'm just saying what I know, and I did read in research. I know that that's the only sin that's unforgivable. What they be saying, blasphemy is they don't even know what they're talking about. See, I know what I'm saying. If you make a person not able to fulfill their situation on this planet or their reason for being created, that's the thing. You can't. It's no forgiveness for that. There's no. I'm sorry. Yeah, nah. If that's the role you play in someone's situation, you're gonna get. It's gonna come back to you. It's gonna come back to you. You're not supposed to stop a person from fulfilling their lot in life. Like, you know, you're just not supposed to. People still do it, but that's where people like me come in at. I got 2 cards here. Okay, so we do have the 2 of Staves, and we've got the 10 of Cups. Well, now there's that. Alright, so this is like karma. There is bliss. You see, with the 10 of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio heavily. Like I was talking about at first, I'm feeling majors on the Scorpio and the Cancerian energy, plus this here 2 of Staves. It's like the Leo type of time, and it's like you're waiting on. It's like a continual Groundhog Day situation type, like waiting on your turn to be who you're just waiting on your insight. But if you're dealing with a covert knock, demonic flying chimpanzee, Well, I mean, I could say good luck and wish you well all day and all night. It's like they will definitely get in the way. It's like they will definitely get in the way, and accountability is not going to be a thing to them. It don't ain't nothing but a nut. They don't. Accountability is not something that they understand about. They just belittle, lie, don't mean any. If they do actually apologize, I mean, if you're an empathic individual, and it's either is you or you ain't, like, a child of God, or you're either for God or you're not for God. And that's mainly how I am feeling these days. And if that should change, or if I should be able to articulate any other situation, via these reads, then I will. But at this point in time, there's a strong focal point on God's elect. And it's like, for the past so many generations, it hasn't seemed like it has come to pass. Like, certain things have been redone again. Like, certain um, atrocities against your bloodline has been over and over again. It's been your parents, and then it's been your grandparents, and then it's been your great grandparents. And the cure to it all, really, from my opinion, which does matter, obviously, is if you just mainly kind of like just got stuff in order. Like, you get blessed according to line. You inherit stuff according to your line. That's what it says in the Bible. I need to start doing my research with the Quran, because I feel like I used to be Muslim. I'm just saying, all I eat is halal food. I'm serious, y'all. Yo, I eat like oh snap, like yeah. I don't even eat swine anymore. And I don't. It's not that I feel like I'm better. It's just that I don't want to eat it no more. I can't no more. So, and mainly everything that I actually do ingest, it's always like from it's always from like um, turkey or something like that. That is that's what I eat only. I don't really ever eat like typical regular food that people from U.S. United States of America be eating. I just don't. Um, that's how I feel. That could change. It could change. It could. It happens. Um, Shucks. Seriously though. So I think I got to get out of here. But anyway, stop shuffling and give me another card, please. Thanks. You're welcome. Yeah. So karmic. It's like, this is what you have lined up for you. And it's like a miss. Like, you keep on missing out on what belongs to you because of your interactions, or because of some insertion of some sort of a a covert narc slash demon. They're definitely demonic. It's just that I think that we tend to give them too much credit. Yeah, they really have a lot in common with flying chimps. And I'm saying flying chimpanzees for lack of the flying M word. M for money. Not anyway. You know what I'm saying. I don't want to say that word because I watch other readers and stuff. They don't say certain words. So flying chimps. Yeah, they just have a lot in common with that. And so, but they feel like and think that they're giving people the impression that they're freaking empaths and that they're magnificent. Everything be on Facebook or social media and stuff like that. You know, like a whale walking away at the bottom of the deck. Let me just keep going, y'all. Thanks God for not throwing on the floor. All right, so we've got the Six of Circles. Following our karmic situation, and so the Six of Circles is a card of. It's about, number one, a possible situation where there could be some monies that you could be getting. You could literally be getting a payout of some sort, but it is the number six. Okay, it does represent that. Number six is contrary to what we have been, told about and stuff. The number six is actually, it represents balance, and it has a lot to do with our DNA structure. Now, I don't want to get too deep into the textbook ishness of it all, because that's not what I'm here for. That would actually, we would need a whole other another channel platform for that. But then at the same time, there are so many other content creators that are already covering that aspect, but you just already should know that the number six is they say it's the mark of the beast, but the beast is inside of yourself. You smell me like you got six what is that there now? What is it now? Six it's your DNA. I can't remember what they're called just that quick, but who cares next? Um, the Six of Pentacles here, it represents karma, and it represents, to me, when I say it, it's like it's like some kind of retribution of some kind of sort, like some kind of money, some literal financial something is owed, something has not been collected, something needs to even possibly be paid out. Okay, but it's a minor arcana indicator of karma. It's like karma in the physical realm. It's almost, it's akin to the justice card physically. Justice, things being made right. Some things can't even justice. Some things that have been taken, or I got the seven of wands at the bottom of the deck, protection. There are some things that can't even be repaid. And you guys are gonna realize and see that when it comes to certain things like that can't be like repaid the way it was taken or stolen or what have you, then there will be other means made for you to be given a blessing from a different adjacent angle. There are, if you take it globally, you see a lot of I was about to say cartoons. There are a lot of commercials. Oops, sugar. Look, and that's seven of wands wanted to come up, but I'm gonna put it back in. There's a lot of commercials as we speak from the last time I saw regular television, where they've got like a lawsuit for everything. Everything is a lawsuit, and it's like major lawsuits. Now, I'm not saying if I was anybody, it's nice to get paid, and I got the love behind it. It's nice to get paid. I mean, who don't want to get paid? But I don't want to have nothing to do with nothing that don't belong to me. Okay, seriously, because that might be the undoing of myself, my opinion. Okay, that's how I feel. I didn't get this way overnight. There was a time in my point in my existence when I would have, done a few kind of things for cash, but nah, not these days. Money don't make me nothing. It don't really do that like how people think that it do. I wish that it could, but it just don't work that way for me. I had to find another reason to be okay. My joy doesn't come from cash dollars. I mean, it used to want to. It does solve issues with people, especially you coverts. Maybe one day I'm gonna get what belong to me. I mean, there has been some stuff taken, and I've been blessed with some stuff also. So I mean, I don't want to be blurred and stuff like that with my with the stance that I'm taking. It's just that the what I've uncovered at this point in my life and my existence on this planet is above and beyond anything that I could ever imagine. I mean, granted, I wasn't able to graduate because of effing people, and I'm constantly being annoyed by, either I got noisy neighbors calling the cops, or property managers busting in, or people stalking and looking, or stress, that I don't deserve or give. I don't offer it. You feel me? Um, yeah, and what I need to do is stick to a plan when it comes to my response to it, because what kind of example will I be if I keep going in on people, but I be having to check myself? So I mean, I'm not even perfect enough yet to say that, like, I don't want to give myself extra karma, but I know I don't deserve to be mistreated, misappropriated, or harassed or bothered. I know I don't bother anyone. I never do. I only never I don't ever bother anyone. I'm very pleasant. I'm very happy generally, just by nature. And if I'm not, then I'll go to sleep. There's that. End of the day, and that's just me in a nutshell. Very simple. We do have also, though, in addition to the karmic aspect, like this is like a double entendre here with the karma with the Six of Circles or the Six of Pentacles. Because like I said, it's a card that can definitely represent some kind of karma being repaid back, or you paying it, something like that. I mean, it definitely does indicate a time for you to get your affairs in order. if you know that you've got some things that are overdue or are not done, then go ahead and slide on over there and take care of them. But in regards to the spirit of, they call it a spirit of Jezebel, but I don't like that definition, because there's Jezebel was, Jezebel never, she ain't never got caught doing it to nobody, but they always call like the sexual people's actions a Jezebel thing. So we gotta go get some information when it comes to how they explain stuff. These words that they be using and stuff, it don't jive right with me sometimes. So that's the main reason how come when I do come on here, I try to be as simple as possible, because I know intricately things that I don't even have enough time to make sure you understand. So I just keep it a whole lot simple. But trust and know that I'm very well read, studied, aware, and evidence-based. I'm definitely an evidence-based individual. Okay? Now, back to before that part, right? This here 10 of Pentacles definitely does talk about inheritance, security, okay? And this is what is around you. This is something that, like, you cannot hide from. It can't hide from you. And again, one of my favorite slangs is, even if you don't believe me, you can't hide from it. There's so much prosperity, there's so much opportunity, in your immediate environment, that there's just that. A lot of people, they kind of tend to lean more towards the Debbie Downers and whatnot. That's on them. But if you're a person after God's own heart, if you love the law that God has created for us, like I do, honey, then you already know. Nothing is impossible. If you align yourself with what it is that you know that you deserve, desire, need, want, and gotta have, then that's just that. I'm still learning some things, because I'm not accustomed to being always like blessed all the time. Well, I'm getting there. I am accustomed actually, but it wasn't always this way. Another situation story for a different platform. But anyway, there's a lot of prosperity around you, a lot of inheritance, a lot of financial security around you. Like I said, I'm at 27 minutes, and I try not to make these things over 30 minutes, and I don't mean to be chatty catty and all night long, but I don't know when I'm going to get back on here, because I got issues now, hopes and fears, right? I do have this here 5 of Cups energy. If you have watched any of my videos prior or previous, then you'll know that the 5 of Cups energy always represents some kind of ancestral situations going on. So this covert individual, covert narcissistic spirit person thing, whatever you want to say or call it right now, it could be from somebody in your family, folks, and stuff. And, it's like, curses got to get broken at this time and right now. Like, 20 years ago, curses were still being enacted and created, supported. And right now, the cursors, the people that are doing the most cursing when it comes to your bloodline, and when it comes to breaking the law of how God had intended for men and women, human beings, or whatever, for us to be and whatnot. When it comes to that, that was still happening as recently or as long ago as 20 years ago. So within the past 5 or 6 or 10, we'll say 10 years, it's pretty hard for the covert narcs to, like, realize that the jig is up. You smell me? It's over now. No more cloudy days. They're all gone. I have the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, the law. Like she comes right behind the magician. And what I love about the High Priestess's energy is that she is very much aware. You have to love the law in order to be extremely aware of it. And so, you could be a High Priestess, you can be an apostle, an usher, you could be just an authority when it comes to the spirit realm. You could ring bells in the spirit realm, like when and you need to know how to interact with everybody. Like, you should have a way that you deal with any and everybody, because that way, if you're entertaining an angel eating out of a box, sleeping on the street somewhere, you ain't bringing yourself no bad karma. Treat everybody a correct way. You ain't got to be mistreating people, honey. Honey, I wouldn't. But another platform is out for that one right there. Okay, so the hopes and fears is that you don't take control of your destiny when it comes to your ancestral karma, or that you do decide to stay in regret. I don't even know if that situation is even possible. It's definitely not probable. Okay, but let me get us a finality. I've got the world at the bottom of the deck, which indicates finally though, at last. Okay, 30 minutes and some change, and I do apologize for my I gotta get myself more technically geared into this and stuff, y'all. I'm going to take this one here just for the sake of our time. So I do have this here King of Cups energy, and the upright Scorpionic is in Scorpio energy is indicated. This is a person archetypically. This is the type of energy where very emotionally balanced, like emotional slash rational equality. Deep emotions. Like I said, scorpionic energy, a scorpionic male energy to be specific, and I'm speaking archetypically. You could be any sign. You could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, Sagittarius, Leo, Virgo, Capricorn, whatever. But you could be. This is right now an outcome of your emotions being outside of the box and outside of the norm, and it certainly is fitting for the age of Aquarius and the time that we are actually in right now, guys. So, I mean, I could go a little bit longer, but okay, I'm going to stop soon. You're not supposed to go past your mark. I'm starving, but just for the sake of tonight, like, I don't know what tomorrow holds for myself, my moods. I got my beer, I started on my beer early this morning, because I'm grown. But yeah, so I've kind of like been on one all day long, and I just want to take advantage of the opportunity while I feel like and up to putting this out. And I want to encourage whoever else could be watching this, to number one, be encouraged. And if you have some content that you want to create it. The worst thing that could only happen is that you don't get no views, and who cares? Like, it happens. Like, look at me, right? I've been doing this for mad years, and I've been on this platform this here for years. You smell me, and I don't know. It is what it is. So I'm obviously not doing this to collect the dollar, because that's not the case. I'm not. That's not it. It makes me happy. It gives me a voice. It gives me a hobby, and it takes my mind off of my issues and problems and things of such. And I also definitely have always, even when I was going to a Christian church, I was born a Catholic. Like, I was brought up. I was a Catholic when I had first got born. Like, real talk. Not baptized, but yeah, I went to Catholic school kindergarten, first, second, third grade. Yeah, real small. You smell me? Religion was a what you call it, a subject. I had to pass religion. Who knew? Spirituality is a thing, man. If that's not your thing, find out what your niche is or what your reason for being alive is here for. Where can you make a difference? If you were to die today, what would you do last before you died? What is there that gives you more hope and joy and gives you a reason to wake up? Because sometimes I can really admit that I don't always feel like getting up to do anything at all. I get a lot of pushback and a lot of covert narcs coming for me, and I'm not weak, and I don't appreciate it. So I will dedicate some of my reads and some of my air times, to them. There you go. You guessed it. Yeah, because somebody need to know how to understand and deal with them and how tricky they are. Like I said, a covert narc will literally set you up with their spouse on purpose over and over again just to catch you cheating or catch their spouse. Like, they will literally make you cheat with them. Like, I'm just saying scenario. They will literally make you cheat with their spouse, come catch you and decide to whoop your ass for it, or decide to go cheat on you for it, or 20 years from now decide, I remember when I was, and go do something to you mean again bad. That's just how they is. So y'all, and that's covert narcissism 101, babe. I'm trying to tell y'all. That's, matter of fact, it's not even 101. It's like 098 or something. Y'all know how it is in college. Like, look, that's how they is. And if you just know that much, that's what I have for you. I need to actually exercise and practice some extra verbiage to give it to you how I really want to, because it's more than this. But if I'm not being 100% exact how it's supposed to be, I'm keeping it a whole lot with you. Like, and I don't see nobody doing that except one other person. And he got a thick accent, so sometimes I can't even understand what he's saying. No offense, no shade. I love saying and shit like that, but you know, I be trying to be like, everybody else all professional, under control and shit, but I be getting hit too hard all the times and shit. Like, every time I turn around, it's something. Like, I really did, literally, if I said it in part one, a couple of days ago, my guys, it was like mad fucking flies on my goddamn door, like many of them. Like, I used a whole, like, where? And it's only because I covered up my back window so they can't see in the back. I got neighbors that be calling the police on me. Really. And I don't bother these folks. Never. I never do. I never do. I never bother them ever. I never do ever. So I'm supposed to just sit here and take this shit? Nah, bro. I'm gonna at least bring it to your attention and let you know that you're not in it out here by yourself. I stay positive. I get up. I don't let it bother me. I talk about it from a place of strength. I'm not no one's victim. The only thing I wish is I wish I only would. Like, that's how I feel. Yeah. So I'm just speaking about it because I know you guys, or a lot of you could be going through it, and especially if you are just waking up or just coming into the understanding about stuff. Somebody need to come on and let you know how, it ain't easy, and we know it. Anybody under the sound of my voice is covered and protected. Don't get revenge, please. But do your due diligence. Protect yourself. Get to understand what's going on around you. If you got a black eye, if you got a clap back, okay, it happens. But for the most part, man, do your best not to have to get no revenge, because it ain't going to do nothing but get you extra karma. And let these covert narcs eat their karma that they got coming to them. Let these people that's harassing people get what they got coming. Don't add to it. Don't say a word. Every time you got pain, if you're a child of God, when you're hurting, your body gives your existence gives off a frequency. These people done hurt you somewhere bad. God don't like that. They got karma to pay for that. Period. Even if they don't believe it. Even if you don't even have to believe it. It's a fact. You give off a frequency when they hurt you bad, when they violate you. You give off a frequency. You give off a vibration when they hurt you bad. I got a whole lump in my throat getting ready to start crying. Yo, I'm dead. I'm so serious. They can't hurt you. They can't beat you. You're highly protected. You're highly protected. You're loved. Like, no matter what you have been told, no matter what religion you came here with doing, no matter what, when you love God, God love you. You honor God, God honors you. You pray to God secretly, God will honor you publicly. They can't do it no more. People gonna start dropping and dying, flying. People gonna be accidents, losing stuff. Everything they try to put on to you, they will be eating it. And you know what you do? You mind your business. That's what you could only do. They got listen, okay? Because they don't get away with it. They think they can, but they don't. They know. No. You threw the book at me. I didn't even do nothing to you. I wish you don't get your. I wish you would get your karma, because you need to learn sometimes. Like, come on now. What they say, spare a child or spare the ride or some shit like that. Listen, I hope that your karma teaches you. I hope you get all your karma, because y'all gave me some stuff to eat. I didn't. And I know that happened to a lot of y'all. It's never too late. If you got breath in your body, then get to start. God wants you to love yourself. Like, love who you are. Period. You're supposed to love yourself. You're supposed to think you're the best. You're supposed to have a good reason to wake up in the morning. You're supposed to eat good food. You're supposed to drink water. You're supposed to rest. You're supposed to cry. But the Bible do tell us to be angry and sin not. And that's what the covert narc energies have been doing. They don't even be angry, and they be sinning against you, stopping you from getting what's coming to you, yours. Listen, I ain't got no time. I ain't got know what it take to be phoning about this shit right now. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let this go, and then I'm gonna try to work on something else if my devices will let me. Okay, bye. Love you, bye. A lot. I love you the most. I swear.